Hey, Paul Nutrition. Hope you're having a great day today. We're going to continue this conversation on hunger, as it's one of the three critical components of an ideal team player: humble, hungry, and smart. And one person that comes to mind when I think of hunger is our president, Jeff Lautt. I've known Jeff for quite a while, and Jeff has a very interesting, unique, amazing story. He came from very humble beginnings and has achieved tremendous success. And yet, as successful as Jeff is and has been, he's someone that I always admire because he's always looking to learn more and be better, which is just another sign of a hungry individual. So I've asked Jeff to join us today, and I just really have two questions for him. One is, what do you attribute your hunger to? And secondly, what keeps you hungry today? So thanks for sharing with us, Jeff. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. We'll be in touch. Bye now.
Good Friday afternoon, Poet Nutrition team. Hope you've had a good week. Hope those of you who've transitioned in this week has gone well. I can tell you that for me, it felt good to be in the office this week and see a few faces, and I'm looking forward to seeing a few more in the days and weeks ahead. Greg has been doing this series on being humble, hungry, and smart, and how important that is to being a good team member. And he asked me to talk about, from a personal perspective, my own hunger. Greg has known me for nearly 20 years and evidently thinks that I have a hunger, and so I'm going to take his word for it. Be honest with you, talking about myself is something that is very uncomfortable for me, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. So I've reflected back on my life and the different things that you might point to and say, you know, that was hunger that resulted in that or caused that, and it would go all the way back to my early childhood. And I grew up in a very modest home. We didn't have a whole lot, and that's putting it mildly. We had pretty challenging at times, quite frankly. And my parents taught all of us kids that said, look, if you want anything in life, you're going to have to go after it. Nobody's going to give you anything in life. You got to get it yourself. You got to work hard. There's times you're going to fall down and fail, but that's okay. You get back up and you just keep working and you keep grinding and persevering. And so I did that. Whether that was at starting to pick rocks out of fields at age 9 and the feeling of, after a long, hard week, of putting $10 in my pocket. It wasn't about the money. It was about the satisfaction of being rewarded for the commitment and the hard work that I did. Or when I moved into town and was oftentimes working 2 jobs and going to school at the same time, and then lived on my own from age 16 on, and that's a whole other story. Was married at 19, had kids young, was a non-traditional college student. And there's just a lot of things in my life where when I was given opportunities or given challenges even, just I would grind through them and I'd work hard. And it was really what my parents instilled in me at a young age. I had a mentor in my early professional career who said to me, Jeff, perspiration will always beat inspiration. So I had kind of that reminder that working hard, working harder than the next person, always grinding through will yield good results. And I've had a lot of failures. Trust me, I've had a lot of mistakes, but you get back up and you just keep grinding and you keep persevering and you learn from those. So whether it's been my marriage, whether it's been my career, whether it's been things I do outside of Poet, whether it be in the church or just in the community, I'm all in. I'm all in on everything that I do. Doesn't mean that I'm always successful, but I'm all in and I give it my all. And then I'd say probably the last thing that I'd point to, and some of you who know me better than others may have seen this, and that is I'm a pretty competitive guy. I love the feeling of winning, but even more so, I hate the feeling of losing. Now, I'm not a sore loser, at least most of the time, but I just hate that feeling. So I will grind and work hard, that internal kind of hunger drive. And I give a lot of that credit to my parents planting the seed early on and shaping, who I was and how I've lived my life. So hopefully you found this interesting, and I hope you've had a great week and some fun weekend plans, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.